Warning, this fan fiction might be too scary for younger children. It's a pretty dark story, actually. And yeah. And this isn't an actual thing that happened. This is a creepypasta. Creepypasta is like a fan fiction about a lost episode of a show. Practically. So yeah. Apparently. No words can describe how cursed my life is right now. But I will try to tell you the whole story. Have you ever heard of Seven Little Monsters? It was a Canadian cartoon series made for the PBS Kids Bookworm Bunch, based on a book by Maurice Sendak about 7 not-so-little monsters with 7 different personalities who sometimes cause trouble in their neighborhood. There they go. That's one of the lyrics to the song. But what happened half a year ago has ruined my life forever. Someone on eBay was selling a blank VHS tape with about several different programs recorded from PBS for only $2, including Teletubbies and an all-new season of Seven Little Monsters, apparently. I was sold. The seller, though, said he or she wanted to get it out of his or her life right away. I thought it was because he or she hated the Teletubbies. I got the tape surprisingly quick, after only 3 days after buying the tape. I put in the tape, and there were some interesting programs on it. Some of them including some rare US Teletubbies episodes. I even uploaded some of the rare windmill clips, and some dance clips as well. FYI, I did not actually upload these because this is just a fake story. But during one episode of Sesame Street that was about some contest involving toasters or something, there was a bumper on the bottom of the screen that said, an all-new episode of Seven Little Monsters coming up next. I was freaking excited. The fundings came on, but seemed so strange because the kid saying the fundings sounded a bit shaky and stuff. Yeah. Then the intro started. The intro showed various clips from seasons 2, 3, and 4, which is actually really refreshing because those 3 seasons actually use the same edited version of the season 1 intro, so this is actually really good. The actual episode started with one in her room sobbing. The camera zoomed out of the window, and we saw the monsters' bedroom, their house, and their backyard, which was all one huge damn mess. I was so heartbroken, even though 1 isn't my favorite. Then the episode cut to a flashback where everyone was in the backyard. Their mom came out and told everyone that their dad was coming to visit. I was so freaked out though, because we never got to see their dad though. But then all of a sudden, the most terrifying, horrifying thing I ever saw in a cartoon show, aside from Wormy, showed up. It was a black figure scary monster with two huge, giant, bloodshot eyes, and sharp bloody teeth, a fedora, 2 long legs, and 6 tentacle-like arms. Apparently this was the monster's father. He talked in the most evilest voice I've ever heard. 7 Little Monsters were strangely okay with this, except for 1 and 7, though. They weren't so sure. This was so weird because if I remember correctly, a few times on the show they actually mentioned that 2 reminded them of his father. So yeah. And apparently I think there's one time where we see a picture of him in the background. So yeah. He told 4 that since he's old enough, it's time to kidnap their neighbor Mary and hurt her. 4 was perfectly okay with this. I couldn't believe what I just heard and said. Or what I just heard and saw. 7 said he wasn't so sure about it, But then 4 got so angry and slapped 7's head and threw it all the way at Russia, which I thought was a little bit okay, but yeah. But then he started saying such mean things to his twin brother 5. Don't worry, it was TVY7 cursing. It was being more meaner and bossier than Mama Bear or even Bossy Bob. This was so traumatizing, because 4 was my favorite one out of the monsters. Or should I say 4, but whatever. Then it cut to later that night, where all of the 7 little monsters, except for 1, snuck out of the house. One noticed and went to tell her mom, but when she went into her room, I saw the most terrifying thing ever in a PBS show. One's dad was in there, and the mom was brutally injured. There's a strange mark on her forehead. That demon dad tried to persuade 1 to join him, but 1 refused. The dad disappeared, and 1 rushed quickly next door to find Mary brutally hurt by everyone. So yeah, they just stared at the camera for several seconds, and then the whole power went out in my house. Then I heard a noise coming from downstairs. I rushed downstairs to find my mom's arm was hurt. I used a flashlight and I saw her arm had the same mark from the video. I started crying out loud. After the power went back on, I took the tape out and destroyed it. I contacted PBS and they told me that no one was supposed to see that episode, because there was supposed to be a 5th season of the show, but apparently 1 crew member made an episode illegally, and he was known for working with black magic, and he made this episode and some PBS stations accidentally sent this to their stations. But yeah, parents were scared and furious about this. They're deeply sorry for what I've experienced. But if you thought that was over, well, guess what? You're wrong, because 2 weeks later, I wanted to look at some old pictures on a hard drive, but when I clicked on it on one, I saw that evil demon dad in the background. Not only that, all my other pictures were very disturbing. One had everyone looking all horrified while I was just smiling. Then I got almost 1,000 notifications on my YouTube channel, and when I saw it, there were complaints about my videos. I checked them all and saw that they were all replaced by gruesome videos of me and that demon dad. Some of them were even age restricted. But it doesn't end there, because my own home movies had such disturbing content that neither me or anyone else remembered. I decided to burn all my home movies and pics. So yeah. And I deleted my whole YouTube account. I've moved out of my house ever since then, and I've just thought of this as my grandfather told me that his arm got scratched. But I don't want to know. I don't want to talk about that. I probably said too much. If you find a tape with that 1 episode on it, do whatever you can to destroy it. The end. So how do you like this, though? Was it scary? Because I know I was scared of just making this. But yeah. I mean, I just decided to do this anyway. I've been doing a lot of fan fictions lately. I don't know if I'm going to do another one anytime soon. But yeah, maybe it'll be about Groundling Marsh. But that's it for now.